All right, folks, we are live.
The next stop is Vietnam.
Can you hear me? Oh, you guys got me? Anyway, we are live. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. June 17th, Wednesday, 2009. Second hour, we are going to have Adam Kokesh, Iraqi war veteran turned activist, and now really stepping up to the plate and running for Congress in New Mexico. We're going to be spending a full hour with him. We're going to be going over the caller from last night. Now, I figure, we did cover this on InfoWars. There is a story, I think, on prisonplanet.com. It is kind of odd that this hexadecimal code does translate to "this is not simply entertainment." Who did this? I guess this is the one that's posted on Prison Planet right now. And I just want to go over this because I want to get it out of the way, because I think it's kind of, the guy who made this knew there were some inside jokes. That's why he's showing you the Amero. That's why it's revealed later in I think parts 4, 5, and 6 that it's in fact an inside job. It's just like Jericho. You watch Jericho, and at first they tell you the cover story. And what's the cover story? Well, the cover story is that people who hate America, white supremacists, Al-Qaeda, North Koreans, and Iranians set off this plot together to blow up the United States with all these nuclear bombs. Now, as the story progresses, you find out that actually this was an intelligence operation with drills running, and at the head of the entire thing, as far as it gets, because they cut it off after 2 seasons, they had to wrap it up rather quickly. After there was civil war in some places, martial law, these little communities, again, pretty much Armageddon. And by the end of it, you learn, wait a minute, it wasn't all these groups. It was actually the head of the Department of Homeland Security working with other shadow government figures. And one of the guys who's in Jericho, he's a CIA operative. He was part of the plot. He realized it was all going bad, and he got his wife and daughter out of there. It was actually pretty interesting. Jericho, I don't know what side of the fence to be on. Is it a warning? Is it predictive programming? It could be both. How would we know? Unless I don't have a crystal ball, in other words. So the same thing goes for this. It puts some things out there that obviously we talk about: false flag terror, the national ID card. So I thought it was interesting, and you can go see Weird Hexadecimal Code and Possible Warning in Telegraph's Operation Blackjack Part 5. I was listening to Jason Bermas, the Infowarrior show tonight, and one of his callers had an interesting comment about a code in the controversial multi-part London Telegraph Operation Blackjack art series. It's the cross between a cartoon and a comic and a newsreel, and it's just spooky. It didn't make sense to have Time in the Telegraph, one of the biggest papers in the UK. The Blackjack series is controversial because it has no real artistic merit, except for perhaps being a blueprint for an introduction of global government. Jason's caller mentioned a weird hexadecimal code in part 5 of the series. The screen cap is below, and it shows you this weird code of numbers and letters. If you go to a string converter, there's all these converters all over the internet. Everything is at your fingertips right now, and that threatens the elite. They don't like that you can get any kind of knowledge whatsoever on the internet like that. It's a new era. You want to look up a word, you can do it. You got a thesaurus right there. You want to look up, what the binary code of something is, you can do it. You want to learn HTML, you can do it. It's all about the will to go out and do something, and that scares them. So anyway, they did this, and on the ID card, it said, "This is not simply entertainment." Well, I can assure you that the ID card part about it is absolutely not just entertainment. We just played you on, was it yesterday's show, guys, that Western Hemisphere ID card? Did we play that yesterday, or was it on Monday? Do you remember that, though? Yeah, give me a little holler there. Yeah, of course. And what are they doing? They're singing "Oh Beautiful" for Spacious Skies. They're on the thing. They're saying, due to new security codes, the greatest thing ever, you're going to have an identification card if you want to go to Canada. Folks, it's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, prisonplanet.tv, Infowars.com. Back after this.